think we're recording. Well, good morning, Aaron here. Thought I'd share what's going on in the world of Aaron. I usually lay low 24/7 all the time, unless I'm around people I'm comfortable with. So my cousin's getting into running, and usually we're on different schedules, and she'll try to reach out, and I'll be sleeping or whatever, and I'll try to reach out to her and she'll be sleeping. But she asked me how my training's going, and I thought I'd share, not only with her but I guess with others, what I'm doing with my training. 2025 is quickly coming up, and I'm guessing people are looking for goals and trying to strategize how to reach those goals for 2025. So I thought I'd share maybe some of my goals and my plans for how I'm gonna attack these things. So for the last 15-ish years I've been running, staying active, and I believe everyone should always have fitness goals for every year, for many different reasons, not just for, ego satisfaction, or I'm better than this guy, or I'm fitter than them, or not always to prove to others or prove to self that, I'm better than them or whatever. It's kind of just, do it for yourself, do it to be around a little longer, to have more good memories, good times, have a healthy body, healthy mind. Anyway, so when people get into running, it's kind of go, go, go. Try to get out there, exercise all the time. Now, when I started working out, it was about lifting weights and, doing manly stuff and whatever, and getting muscles and blah, blah, blah. And then I stumbled onto running, which I hated because I wasn't good at, and whatever. Just when you're not good at it, and a lot of times you dislike it because you're not good at it, or I don't know, maybe you're pushed into it from someone else, and maybe you don't really quite like that person, or you don't understand why they're making you do something, but then later on you realize it was a good thing or whatever. Anyway, so my viewpoint on how to approach my goals for 2025. Many people will probably take the Goggins approach or whatever of, go, 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 no rest days, whatever. But now some days, some weeks, I will see training that way, where you should train the mind to go when you don't want to go. And those days will come. But I also believe in rest days and recovery. So behind me I got a whiteboard with some stuff written on it. What I got written on the whiteboard is the moon phases of the week ahead and, you know, the meaning of the moon phase and what the universe wants. And also, I have the week before each day, what I've been running for each day the previous week, and then I'll have a column beside it for the current week and what I'm running day to day, how much mileage. But the first column I have is the moon phases, and kind of what I'm doing is I'm planning my training off of these moon phases. So Monday, the moon phase was in Sagittarius, and we're just coming off a new moon. I believe December 1st was a new moon. And so basically everything from the 1st or whenever the new moon was to the full moon, all the focus should be on anabolic or yin activities until the full moon hits on December 15th, when we should be focusing on yang or detox activities. So my strategy or attack for 2025 so far, usually, my mind changes and I take a different route, but so far I'm thinking of doing the opposite or trying to follow what the universe wants. So with the moon in Sag is a yang, is a fire yang sign, but because we're in a new moon phase, we want to do anabolic activities. So I was thinking, let's do the opposite of yang, let's do yin. So I decided, let's take a day off. Most people on a Monday, on a probably Sag moon day, they're gonna want to be going. They want to be a go-getter. But I thought, you know what, let's wake up and let's just take Monday easy. While everyone's stressing out and running around crazy, I'll just take it easy. And sure enough, at work, there were a couple people running around, losing their minds a little bit. And I just, played it cool at work, which seemed to work out pretty well. Today's Tuesday, today's a yin. Today the moon is in Capricorn, which is a yin sign. And the opposite of yin is yang. So today I'm going to go for a run, get a workout in, and do the opposite of what everyone else is doing. So because the moon is in a yin sign, everyone's probably going to be taking it easy. But I'm going to push myself, although running is still somewhat, depending on how you run. For my goals, they're mostly yin in nature. I mean, most of my running events are ultra endurance, and when you're doing these super long runs, you want to be doing them in a yin nature. You want to be going very slow. So that's what I do. During training, I usually take things very easy until you see me at race day, and most people know that see me on course, I actually take the yang approach and, kind of go a little wild. But for the most part, my training is very laid back, easy. Um, yeah, so today we'll push it a little bit. We'll go for an easy run, but we'll go for a run. So last week I totaled 32 miles, 6 hours of running total throughout the week, and a little bit of elevation gain. So some of my races that I got coming up for 2025, there's a couple hills, so I'm training for a little bit of hills. What else to talk about? Beside me I got a new shelf I put up. Plan on filling it up with some books. Behind me, I don't know if the camera can catch it, but I got a whole bunch of books behind me. On my eyes, these glasses, they're blue light blocking glasses. On my head. So, funny story. Two years ago, maybe three years ago, I found out about this backyard running format from this guy in a group who ran it. So the next year I signed up, and as I was running it, I got to run beside this girl who was like the number one girl. And then she ended up winning the race, qualifying for the championship of this thing. And as I was watching this championship thing, there were YouTube videos recording this championship run going on. She was talking about her training, and they were kind of showing what was going on during the race, and I don't know if it was pictures from that or pictures from something, but I noticed, because when you got these big goals and you're trying to become something or whatever, you really dive deep and you want to learn everything about it and try to become the best. So I found out this girl that I was running beside that was in the championship, she was wearing this thing on her head, and I was trying to figure out what the heck it was. And because I'm into astrology and whatever, I like to figure out how each zodiac sign operates. And I found out through a little bit of creeping on Facebook that I think this girl I was running with was an Aries. And Aries rules the head. So I thought, she's wearing this thing on her head during these races, and I know the head for an Aries is usually like a problem area that they need to watch out for. She probably has no clue. It's just probably like a intuitive thing. I don't know if she's into astrology or not. But when I was looking up what this thing was on her head, it was an ice cap. Now, when I say that term, people probably think, the Tim Hortons ice cap that you drink. But no, this thing I'm wearing right now, you throw it in the freezer, and it's like it's like an ice cube or something that you throw in the freezer, or a packing cube that you throw in your lunchbox and you keep your food cold. But this, you throw it in the freezer, and it's got special material in it where you can either heat it up and it gets warm, or freeze it and it gets cold. So somehow she probably keeps this thing cold in an ice box or something, and then throws it on in between loops of this big race she does. And so when she's done her loop, she sits down for a couple minutes, throws this ice cap on, cools her head off during the hot day during the race. And that makes sense if you're an Aries, because the head probably overheats. She probably has headaches. So this ice cap thing probably really benefits her. And when you think about it, I mean, inflammation in the head of any sort is probably has some degrading effects. So I thought, you know what, I'm not an Aries, but it's probably worth it for me to invest in this thing to, you know, have a healthier brain, take care of the head. So, I mean, I try to wear this ice cap thing every morning for a little bit, cool off the head. And I don't know if there's any benefits, but, I mean, it's worth a shot. So, I don't know. Anything else to talk about? Beside me, I got some water in a bottle. Got some crystals beside it. I try to play some frequency music, some different binaural beats or hertz or whatever. I don't know. It's all woo-woo stuff for me. Let's talk about winter's coming. Winter. Cold running. What to talk about cold running? Because my cousin was asking me what I do during winter. Usually Vaseline, I'll use that to moisturize the body. It's kind of like a thin layer against the cold air that's blowing against you. Use that. Long johns, like I'll wear extra layers of clothing. Balaclava, sometimes I'll wear that depending on how cold it is. So usually I don't wear like a heavy coat. I'll just like wear long sleeve sweater and then like a rain jacket just to break the wind. Gloves. I got leather gloves that are leather gloves that I'll wear. Just I got a pair that, you know, they're super hot. I'd rather have my hands be too warm than get cold and freezing and whatever. Shoes. Kind of just wear the same shoes as always. If it gets really cold out, I'll throw like a Ziploc bag or something over my socks just to kind of keep my feet warm. Maybe I'll throw a little Vaseline on my socks to close up the holes in the socks. I used to run glasses a lot, sunglasses, during the winter, but it just seems like they fog up too much from me breathing hard or I don't know what, but so my new experiment is just trying to run without glasses. I don't know. I do have one other trick I might try eventually, but I'll save that trick for later. See how it works out. I guess diet and what I'm eating. I wake up. I used to just drink water, whatever, throw some salt and maybe apple cider vinegar in the water. But through watching people on Instagram and whatever and trying different strategies, this Jesse Itzler guy, who's probably a guy many follow, talks about how he has a smoothie in the morning, and he's been doing it for a while. So this is kind of my new experiment I've been trying for a little while. So instead of having a glass of water in the morning, I'll make a smoothie and have that big smoothie full of kind of everything. I believe the first thing you should do is hydrate, and if you're hydrating with a smoothie and having all these fruits, vegetables, whatever in your smoothie, I think that's probably a little better than just a glass of water. But I don't know. I could be wrong. I guess time will tell how wrong or right I am. That, then a coffee. My coffee's usually black. I don't really throw a whole bunch of sugar or whatever in it. I try to throw a couple healthy things in the coffee, but I don't know. What else? That's about it. I think I'll probably make another video tomorrow or in the next couple days and throw some more info at you. And I think that's it for today. Have a good one.